All right, Tyler, let's check out first run here, Killington U16 slalom. Tough hill. You went fairly late in the field, so first run here was, icy and ruddy. You made the flip, which is great. Had a great start number. Second run ended up, what were you, like 22nd, I think, overall, which ended up to be like ninth or eighth, I think, out of Southern Vermont kids. So great first race. Something to build on. Let's watch it here in regular motion and slow it down. Not really good camera work. And your hand was a little cold.
Matt's gonna do it.
Thank you.
No, you gotta do it on her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's going last 112. Yeah, I guess. Who's our next guy?
All right, let's check it out a little slower. And it was a tough course, and you did a great job. Objective was to stay ahead of it, be above it, bring shape back to the pole, maintain your elevation above the pole and the rise line. And you did a pretty good job. A little heavy here, obviously. It's not easy, but you started the turn too early, so right now, where could you go? You couldn't carve the turn. You had to basically now kind of skid by it, skid by it, skid by it, and then pressure down here. It's pretty icy there, so if you could have been a little more patient and started the turn a little later, had your skis basically, when we intersect rise line, pointing further out and away, so we can bring shape back here. You would have finished tight to the gate, but here you're hitting the gate, and you can see your skis are heading down the hill. We would like them to be going across the hill with direction done. So you had to turn underneath, and it's tough underneath there. That caused you to come out now with a pretty low line, and you did a good job recovering there. I lost you. Decent looking turn. I mean, we have both skis up on edge nice and matching. We've got a longer outside leg, shorter inside. We are, clearly, pretty level, so that's all good. Looks like you're in the front of the boot. You're not reaching. All pretty good, except we would just like to have a little bit more direction done because you're still, can't see you, but a little bit working below the pole too much. All right, hairpins. We talked about it in the other video. You've got to learn how to clear hairpins, and what does that mean? It means you've got to be cross blocking the two poles on the exit. I don't really care what you do up here on the first one. You can inside arm clear it and use one hand throughout. You can alternate, but you've got to be on those two poles. Cross blocking, you got to be tight there with an exit. So, I mean, you were way down here to toss them sideways, kind of jump around, gain some elevation. So, you got to work on that. It's not bad, but we really want to make sure we're moving through the transition, getting our hips up over the boots at the top of the turn. You have a tendency to kind of stay hunched over. We need that the motion of moving forward through the transition. It's kind of late. It's right there, but earlier. So make sure we're thinking pole point, recenter, move forward, hips over the boots, top of the turn. should be fairly extended at the top of the turn, not necessarily standing tall, but extension, this way, and it kind of crouched over. You don't get the extension till down here because your apex is down here. Be a little more patient, bring it out a little bit further, go a little deeper. That's a lot under the gate. Whoops, don't need that. Again, a little more direction done. You're hitting the pole with your skis, especially your outside ski, heading right down the hill. We want it to be heading off to the new apex area. That's a little better. That's a good turn. Here you came in. Arced a little back to the gate right there. Great looking shot. Long leg, parallel shafts to the shin, matching angles, nice and level. Inside the pole, so you don't have to reach. What happened there, I don't really know. It looks like you... Well, you still have a lot... The ski's pretty loaded up underneath here. So loaded up meaning it's bent, it's got reverse camber. So there's a lot of pressure. I mean, ideally, we're looking to pressure from rise line through fall line. So when you intersect rise line here, here's where you really want to pressure through fall line. You got a lot of pressure right there at the end of the turn because it's a little heavy underneath. You still need a little more direction done. So with that that bent ski and reverse camber, when you release it, it's going to rebound and toss you up. See, the ski's off the ground. So that's what happened there. That's why you went wide there. We'll get a better look at what we're talking about probably right here. Oh yeah. Same idea. Came in here, turned too early. You're in rise line with your skis heading down the hill. And we would want them intersecting rise line, with their skis pointing this way, such that we can bring some shape back to the pole and have the turn done, direction done, and you can really release it. So the pressure, all the pressure of bending the ski and putting pressure on the ski, is going to be here, 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 and then kind of releasing it. You came in, too straight per se because you turned too early, skis down. You have to kind of slide by the gate a little bit, give yourself the room to now pressure. So your pressure is late, it's fall line and beyond fall line. So again, ski gets really bent up down there. Centrifugal force, gravity, it's really bending a lot down there. And when you release it, it comes out of that reverse camber with a significant rebound and throws you for a ride. So I know it feels cool, feels fast, actually slow. Where we want to bend the ski the most is above the gate. Clear the flush okay. You're exiting here with, cross-blocking the final two gates. That's what we want. So again, talking about, kind of that crouched over position, move those hips forward. We know those hips got to be above the top of the boot, above the boot right there. Got to be in the driver's seat at the top of the turn. And again, hairpins. You should be alternating left hand to top one. It's got to be your right arm, right arm, right arm. No, but so you're wide exiting. Here's what we're talking about. Intersecting rise line. I know it's easier on the flat. Skis pointing, out and away from the panel so we can bring shape back. There you are. You roll them up. Skis go out and bring shape back. It's a perfect turn. Great job. I don't know why you were wide here. So there you have it. Great first race, Tyler. Congrats. Need to bring that shape a little bit more, give yourself a little more room, and it's steep and offset above the pole. So we're going to bring shape back to the pole. Want to pressure from rise line through fall line to a quick release at the gate with more direction done and avoiding that that huge rebound underneath. And let's try to really get a little more motion going. We want to move forward through the top of the turn with our hips over the boots. We actually will end up being a little bit, more extended, and our upper body will be a little more erect and not as kind of hunched over here and there. But all in all, great race. Looking forward to the next.